Testing, testing, testing. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all not? Well, we gotta double check, right? Hold on, y'all. I just gotta double check to see if the live right. Let me double check. Go ahead, say something one more time. Yeah. Okay, so how it's looking like? Is it looking delayed? It look like it's still kind of buffering a little bit. The reality of 2025, man, for a lot of people, man. Hey, what's up, camera? Y'all see what I do see though? Y'all see Planet Z Nation. Y'all see all of that. Once it start to buffer, it'll get right. See the video to the right side too. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go check out the shop and the product, man. It kind of really fell in my lap with all this though. Like it just kind of really fell into place. Let's get back to the frequency music though for y'all. You know, we got to be mindful of like life and where we going with it. It's a lot of people right now out here who just codependent and just hoping and wishing for things to change and things to get better. It's not. It's not finna get better. It's not finna change. Not unless you do something about it. Remember, it was a post I seen today. Shout out to Travis Major, but it was a post I seen today, right? And it was saying you cannot solve nothing spiritual using something that's chemical. You can't use chemicals to solve something that's spiritual. Something that's spiritual, it's not something of this nature. It's not physical. Like, we be dealing with stuff that's not of these natures. We're dealing with stuff that's not of physical. And we have to keep in mind what's real and what's not real. Like, what's supposed to work and what's not supposed to work. We be doing things that we're not supposed to be doing. People be lacking character development and moral development. This is not a joke. This is virtues. This is virtues here. So, like, you know, when we just got people making decisions, doing anything and everything, and just not being conscious of themselves, not aware of themselves, of course you're gonna most be likely making decisions and choices that's gonna, you know, put you behind. It's a lot of things that people don't realize they can put them behind in life if they not paying attention or being smart or being wise. Shout out to the person that joined the chat. Shout out to the person that joined the chat. Hey, shout out to everybody, man, in the chat, man. We got the Midnight Cream to the right side. The Pure Mod. Organite Pyramids helps relieve. It helps transmute negative energies into positive energies. Organite Pyramids, yes. Make sure y'all double tap the live, man. Double tapping the live lets the algorithm know that y'all like what y'all see in the content. And if y'all want to see more of me, then you gotta go ahead and like the content. And I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? It ain't never too late for the intro, because I did not forget. When I say P, I mean profit. When I say S, I mean Sia. You dig what I'm saying, baby? Now let's keep it moving. Follow the fun sway. You dig it? Bienvenue in Podcast Z, man. Welcome to the Z Podcast, man. And with that being said, shout out to Azalea. Shout out to the person in the chat, man. Or Hernandez. You know what? Hernandez, you know. I can't get the first one right, I get the second one right. Shout out to Miranda. I actually remember going to high school. I knew Miranda one time. She's cool though. She's into anime and stuff like that. But I digress, right? We got to stay in alignment. Was spiritual, was in alignment with ourselves. There's a lot of people out here who just not focus. Like, it's people out here who literally forget the spiritual and only focus on the physical. And the reality of 2025 for a lot of people is gonna be nothing. Like, people been saying, "Oh, we losing our minds." Or people losing their minds in this world. Not. We live in the end times. We living in Babylon times. You know, like, I can't even sit here and lie to you. Like, it's people out right now who still is going through the same cycles and the same loops before the stuff been going crazy, before the stuff been losing sanity, before the world has lost their mind. And there's people out here now who already lost their mind, and we got to go through the ugly in order to get to the good. Shout out to Isaiah. What's up, Isaiah, man? Shout out to Lee, man. What's up? We've been focusing on we've been focusing on more of the negative than we should be focusing on the positive. And we're not focusing on the positive. We're not prioritizing the positive, then we not growing. And it's a lot of people right now in 2025 who not growing. You know what I mean? Like, they still carrying old paradigms and old ideologies and beliefs. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need people like that. We got to focus on evolution, man. We got to focus on growth, man. We got to focus on elevating up. It's going to be a lot of people who going to be worried about other people. You got people worried about other people when you should be worried about yourself. Because the only thing you can do is change yourself. There's going to be days where you're going to have negative. There's going to be days where you have positive. You still got to wake up and soar through the day. That's the spiritual stuff people don't talk about. People don't talk about waking up every day. Shout out to Brittany. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, that just up, man. Hey, we got a consistent live views of sessions right now. We got people joining in. Hey, I didn't expect me to be on the camera. I really ain't intended to, but I'm here giving y'all this message. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible, and nothing is limited. You can do whatever you want to do, but you got to overcome the things you know you've been dealing with, though. You got to overcome the things you've been dealing with. You're going to have to read more. You're going to have to teach yourself more light, give yourself more wisdom. You're going to have to stay away from things you normally know you shouldn't be doing. You know, one thing, I ain't gonna lie. If you don't have anybody hating on you or being jealous of you, then yeah, you are nobody. But if you somebody who you got a mission, you got a goal, you got a purpose, you going somewhere, it's nothing to be worried about. It's nothing to be worried about. If nobody told you, it's nothing to be worried about. You can get it off your shoulders. You ain't gotta be stressing. You ain't gotta be worried. People look at people and judge them instantly before they even say something because they think they know them. A lot of people are in 2025. The reality is they're going to fall short to their beliefs. They're going to stay victimized and with a victim mentality. It's a lot of people who going to be just looking at everything negative, not being able to move forward with the positive. It's going to be a lot of people not being able to move forward with the positive. People look at people and judge. They know and they don't even know the situation. But, that's how life goes. That's why you got to stay focused. That's why you got to keep moving forward. Because if ain't nobody else going to tell you, I'm here telling you nah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here telling you now. I'm looking at the camera. I'm looking at you and looking at the chat. And I'm making sure y'all all getting the message. Because there's a lot of people who just, selenite right now. Selenite. If you, by the way, you tap into your crystals, crystals will definitely help you and cleanse a lot of negative energy. Like I'm talking about parasites. People are dealing with parasites in 2025. We don't. It's 2025 and people got parasites. You need crystals. You got to make sure you stay cleansed up. You know some people go to church. Some people believe in religion. And whatever you believe in, that's your belief. But make sure you stay cleansed, make sure you stay prayed up, make sure you fast, make sure you take care of your body. Because if you're not taking care of your health, you're not going to make it to 2026. You're not taking care of your health, you're not going to make it to 2027. You're not going to make it to 2028. It's people falling left and right, family members falling left and right. And this is just the negative. But in order to get to the positive, we got to have all these negatives. We got to. So, like, you got to know how to be a transmuter. If you're not a transmuter, I should have named the title of this transmuter instead of the reality of 2025, but I digress. Transmute. You should be able to transmute negatives into positives. The pyramid you see right here to the right side, that's an organite pyramid with strawberry quartz in it, and it's going to transmute negatives into positives. So if you want to know how to keep your energy clean and cleanse away from parasites, away from people that's negative, away from, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying buy my products. I'm not saying buy nothing. I'm just telling you to stay cleansed for 2025. See, every time I start spitting real stuff, that's when the internet start lagging and stuff. I can't even really say how I want to say it. I can't even say how I want to say it, man. Like they know I know something. I ain't gonna say they, but it don't matter. Like, my message is still valid. You gotta prioritize health, prioritize wealth, mindset. Your health and your mindset. What's your health and your mindset? Like, a lot of people who will only prioritize the negative. How can you successfully prioritize the negative? Like, how can you successfully prioritize the negative? You got to be stuck on the negative event and circumstance or situation and constantly repeat it over and over and over and over to yourself. Like, when you outside, like I come from being out in the streets, right? So I'm outside always worried. You now worried. Now you got anxiety. Now you got anxious. Now you you know what I'm saying? Like, this is real life situations where people don't come back from. People make decisions and choices that sometimes determine their whole entire fate. Like, friends and people, and that ain't what it's about right now. It's about making choices that's going to keep you in alignment with your health. Something like crystals, or whatever religion you into, some type of principle and system that you can stay in alignment with. That you fast. If you fast, you take breaks from eating food or whatever you want to do. Whatever you got to do to stay in alignment with God and stay praised. I'm not going to try to be preaching no religion to y'all and try to make it seem like you got to be one way or not. Because no matter what you into, you still have a system that you could follow that keeps you pure from people in all kind of places and things in the reality of 2025. Because the reality of 2025 is how many self-checkouts do you see? We used to have lanes, didn't we? They're talking about coming out with robots and stuff. We used to have lanes where people can go walk in with their carts. Now they're talking about people ain't got to come out of their house no more. People are dropping off their food now. People using Uber Eats, and people don't even go in restaurants like that no more. People don't even go fishing like that no more. They in the house. They on their phone. Hey man, record this video, bro. Hey bro, get this video right here, bro. Hey, get this video. Hey, record me. Everybody want to be recorded. Everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to be on the internet. And I'm here now speaking on the internet, unfortunately. But if we got robots, so-called, as they say, trying to take over because we got checkouts and we getting people getting unemployed, all kind of people, I can't even say like what I really want to say because, I don't know how the internet gonna take that. I don't know how the internet gonna take that. It might start lagging and skipping and stuff. I'm good. I ain't with all that. Y'all getting the message though. The message is you gotta stay cleansed from negative energies, any parasites. Whether that's your religion, whether that's your faith, whether that's whatever you practice or whatever you into. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Ty, Antonio, Sin. It's a lot of y'all in here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let me check. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like and comment, man. Share the live, man. Like and comment, man. Like, the reality of 2025 is there's more self-checkouts than there is lanes. We used to have up to 30 lanes, 40 lanes of We used to be able to have 40 lanes, and we used to go walk to people and say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, oh yeah, okay, hey, nowadays you might walk on the sidewalk, somebody on their phone looking down, somebody crossing the street looking on their phone. I ain't, the day I seen some shit like that where somebody was crossing the street looking on their phone. That's how much we sucked into the phones. Like we be on the bus. Like sometimes when I ride, when I used to go ride the city bus back in the day when I was young and stuff, like I would have to realize like how people like it just on their phone the whole entire time. Like early in the morning, I'm working early, right? I'm working at McDonald's. I'm working at McDonald's at the time, and it's like in the morning, five in the morning. People on their phones just consume subscriptions. You got all kind of Netflix subscription, AI. We got Chat GBT now. You could go to Google now and ask Google a question right now. Get your answers answered. That don't require no thinking skills, no critical thinking, no time management, no stress management, no emotional intelligence, no nothing. That don't require you to that don't require you to do nothing. You can easily do this now. So like when it comes down to dealing with life stresses, we got people working at jobs that's dealing with customer services and they don't have no prerequisites or skills to even be dealing with that. Now you got people getting impatient with other people giving bad customer service. And then yet alone, it's the reality of 2025 for a lot of people is gonna be hard. And if you ain't working on yourself now, and if you ain't changing your growth now and changing yourself now, you're gonna be left behind. You're gonna be, and I don't want to make this about race, but every race, right? Every color of people, every color, black, white, orange, purple, whoever you is, right? Everybody got their own problems and their own issues. Problems don't have nothing to do with color. So like when you got people that's been having their own issues, their own problems for a long time, and you got people that's been always in loops, always in cycles, always constantly in and out of a certain jail, they always dealing with the streets, or it's always murder. It's always these same common patterns and same common habits, right? It's because people feel stuck in loops. And this ain't got nothing to do with color. Like this, we already know who's the predominant ones in those type of groups and categories, right? So we already know who the predominant ones in those type of situations. Put it in another situation with another race of people and another color of people. They got their own fucking problems. They dealing with all kind of mental health issues and all kind of kids ain't respecting the appearance and all kind of stuff, right? Everybody is acting crazy and it's fucked up everywhere. We got the president got everybody acting all kind of crazy everywhere. I'm not into those type of politics and you know what I'm saying? So, but everybody acting crazy. Ain't nobody innocent. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody like you just gotta make sure you prioritize yourself and your health. Prioritize your wealth, man. If you into crystals, I say get you some selenite. Some selenite will do it. Selenite is a crystal that always cleanses things. You could wave it around a microphone, wave it around the camera, and cleanse the camera. Wave it around yourself. You believe God, okay? Boom, boom. Do a little cross with it. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever you into. Whatever you into, just make sure it cleanses your soul. Make sure it helps your soul on this journey because everything is not really what it seems. Things is really spiritual. Things is really unseen. You know what I'm saying? You can look at me and you can make a preconception. You know what I'm saying? And yes, to an extent, you can look at patterns and you can say, oh, patterns is a way to identify a person and their habits and their behavior and to make it easily able to understand what their next move is. Okay, based off of a certain what do you call it? A certain opinion, of a race of people and how they normally act. Okay, it's okay to come up with but at the same time, you still can't judge a book by its cover because you don't know what a person knows. No, most people don't know what I know unless I talk to them, unless they're even open to me talking to them. Most people don't know what you know unless you open to talking to them. So even if you let's say you taking care of your health and you doing good for yourself, you should try to help somebody else, man. I ain't gonna say put your hand out there, but what you do for others will come back to you. So when you get put in a position to help somebody else level up because you was once in a level, that's another way you could try to like keep yourself in alignment because like people out here who just doing malicious stuff to people and doing bad to people, of course they're gonna get what they reap what they sow. So stay cleansed, stay in alignment. If anybody, the shout out to the two this in the chat right now, man. Shout out to the third person that just joined. If anybody take anything from here, just stay in alignment. Like, just don't get lost in what's important, because it's easy to get distracted. Check out the crystal to the right, man. The pyramid to the right. Organites is known for helping get rid of negative energy and transmute it into positive energy. And when I say organize, it's the way the shape is. The shape is the pyramid, and the pyramid is where the negative is at the I think it's at the bottom, and then it brings in positive into the top, and it transmuted up, or it's the other way around. But with that being said, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live right here, man. Shout out to the two people that stayed in the live, man. With that being said, I'm out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get off live.